First reading. A reading from the first book of Maccabees, chapter 1, verses 10 to 15, 41 to 43, 54 to 57, and 62 to 63. From these there grew a wicked offshoot, Antiochus Epiphanes, son of King Antiochus. Once a hostage in Rome, he became king in the 107th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. It was then that there emerged from Israel a set of renegades who led many people astray. Come, they said, let us ally ourselves with the Gentiles surrounding us. For since we separated ourselves from them, many misfortunes have overtaken us. This proposal proved acceptable, and a number of the people eagerly approached the king, who authorized them to practice the Gentiles' observances. So they built a gymnasium in Jerusalem, such as the Gentiles have, distinguished their circumcision, and abandoned the holy covenant, submitting to Gentile rulers willing slaves of impiety. The king then issued a proclamation to his whole kingdom that are were to become a single people, each nation renouncing its particular custom. All the Gentiles conformed to the king's decree, and many Israelites chose to accept his religion, sacrificing to idols and profaning the Sabbath. On the 15th day of Chislev in the year 145, the king built a appalling abomination on top of the altar of burnt offering, and altars were built in the surrounding towns of Judah, and incense offered at the doors of houses and in the streets. Any books of the law that came to light were torn up and burned. Whenever anyone was discovered possessing a copy of the covenant of practicing the law, the king's decree sentenced him to death. Yet there were many in Israel who stood firm and found the courage to refuse unclean food. They chose death rather than contamination by such fare of profanation of the holy covenant, and they were executed. This is the word of Lord. Thanks be to God. A reading from the Gospel according to Luke, chapter 18, verses 35 to 43. Now it happened that as he drew near to Jericho, there was a blind man sitting at the side of the road begging. When he heard the crowd going past, he asked what it was all about, and they told him that Jesus the Nazarene was passing by. So he called out, Jesus, son of David, have pity on me. The people in front scolded him and told him to keep quiet, but he only shouted all the louder, Son of David, have pity on me. Jesus stopped and ordered them to bring the man to him, and when he came up, asked him, what do you want me to do for you? Sir, he replied, let me see again. Jesus said to him, receive your sight. Your faith has saved you. And instantly his sight returned, and he followed him, praising God. And all the people who saw it gave praise to God.